Hey everybody, I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This is 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. Trying to think of a great player from the past. Look at their game. I decided on Capablanca. We don't do a lot of 5 Minutes with Ben on Capablanca. We've done one or two. And Capablanca was my dad's favorite player. So this is a game he played in 1910. Against Charles Jaffe, who I've also heard of. It says the New York State Winter Championship. Okay, and the opening, very modern. They played semi-Slav by transposition. Okay, so this position is very common. Between 1945 and 1985, the move bishop d6 was championed by Arthur Bisgeier. Black in this position dozens of times. Most people take on c4. That's the main move. Okay, this game was played in 1910. So I don't know what the theory was. Okay, and then Capablanca played e4, threatening e5. They traded. Black played knight f6, attacking the bishop. Bishop c2. White wants to play queen d3 and give a mate at some point. Now, in this position, the annotator of the game, I don't know who it was, says black put it in h and gave that dubious. Okay, now obviously and frankly, Capablanca's not putting his bishop on the natural squares because he can't. It just hangs the bishop. So Capablanca found another diagonal for his bishop, b3. Obviously, black's bishop is frankly terrible. So b6. If you can count their bishops. Queen d3. So if I was white, I would be seriously considering d5 followed by bishop takes f6 and queen h7 mate. I don't know if I can do it, but I'd be thinking about it. Okay, black must have seen that and didn't like it either and played g6, which annotator also says is bad. Now we stop queen h7 mate forever. Capablanca put his rook on e1. Now, Capablanca has a lot of pressure on these pawns. There could be some kind of attack. Jaffe decided to maneuver his knight to f4, which defends both pawns and attacks the queen. And knight h5 is quite a bad move. At this position, Capablanca played a genius move. You won't think it's a genius move, but I do. And I'm the one making the video. Okay, so Capablanca didn't like knight f4. So Capablanca played bishop c1. And that threatens the h6 pawn. And now, if it was white's turn, white could play rook e6, f e6, queen g6, and give some kind of checkmate. But in that instance, black can play knight g7. So that's why black can't play knight f4. Black needs to play knight g7 in case white starts sacking his pieces and mating black. Knight f4 means I just take the knight and play rook e6 and it's over. Okay, so unfortunately, Jaffe stopped himself from playing knight g7 by playing king g7, thinking he was giving extra protection to the g-pawn, but now rook e6 is even stronger because you can't play knight g7 here because, it's illegal. Then you get mated. The only move here is knight g6 and a half. And this was 1910, so that wasn't allowed yet. Okay, so Jaffe was probably worried about rook takes g6 check. I don't blame him. So he played knight f6. Capablanca kept attacking with knight e5. If you take the rook, then queen takes check, king h8. And I guess there's more than one winning move here. I don't know what I'd play. Knight f7 looks good. Bishop takes h6 looks good. Queen h6 looks good. But I'd probably take the rook if I was black, because if I don't take the rook, I'm going to lose. If I take the rook, I'm going to lose, but I'm up a rook. So it's better to lose on a full stomach, as Yasser likes to say. And probably if you turn your engine on here, it's going to say like maiden 7 or something. Okay, so Jaffe didn't do any of that. Jaffe unleashed the latent potential of his bishop, played c5. Terrible. Now, this pawn is protected by this pawn. So Capablanca played knight takes bishop takes h6 check. Sorry. And the reason is, if he plays knight takes f7 now, and then this looks like a mating attack, black has king f8. Man, then this is mate. God damn. King h8 loses the rook. So, okay, so knight takes f7 also wins. Maybe black would play king takes f7, and then if checked, king e6. God damn. Maybe black can escape there. Capablanca played bishop h6 check, which is brilliant. And if black moves the king randomly, then every move wins for white. White's up material. Usually, when white is sacking all of his pieces with rook e6 and bishop h6, black is capturing those pieces, and white has a big attack. Thus far, black hasn't captured any of those pieces. So white's just winning material. Okay, so black had enough. He wanted to not be down material. Knight f7 check, forking the king and queen. Jaffe fell on his sword. Well, he resigned. If I was black, I would take and get mated. But okay, because, you know, people like to see mate. But Jaffe resigned. He had enough getting mated. Even if he doesn't take the knight, if he plays here, some people would take the queen, but stronger players would play checkmate with advantage. So Jaffe resigned. This is a good example of why Capablanca was my dad's favorite player. He played pretty good. I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This has been 5 Minutes with Ben. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.